and as Russia has been sanctioned and there's really no other supply issues worldwide to talk about, milk is still out of balance. There's still too much supply and not enough demand, and that will continue to suppress prices for the foreseeable future.
So, okay, and that, so this means basically the cost side could actually get a little bit better for Dean Foods on the variable cost side.
It could get a little bit better, and it probably, and as a matter of fact, during the recent quarter, it probably got better all by itself. So, that could be a good sign for margins for them. But, there's been a lot of volatility in dairy markets lately because of the trade discussions and tariffs and so on and so forth. But, the supply-demand situation remains in an oversupplied state.
So there's, this prices where there were $14, $15 in Q1. This could go as low as much lower, you think, from here?
Yeah, I think prices can only go so much lower. I believe, and I see this in my own business. Farmers are starting to go out of business and exit. Not just small farmers. We're seeing, I've seen even larger farmers exit at this point. So the economics for a farmer with these prices are tough, and that's probably supportive of these levels for the foreseeable future. The one outlier is anything to do with international trade. As I mentioned, it added a lot of volatility. Mexico is our the United States' number one purchaser of cheese. They've put a tariff on cheese now, so that may affect exports and it may affect dairy markets.
Mm-hmm. And what does that mean for Dean Foods? Would that mean more profitable or?
Yeah, deflation in dairy markets is good for them. Inflation is bad. All right. Deflation will lead to margin expansion. If you just think about branded only, this is 100% true of brand. But if they don't change, they decide not to change their prices, and the prices reset and they're established by the government. So the prices reset every month. And if prices were to go down and then they did not change their wholesale price, they would have margin expansion.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay, so that could be helpful for them. And in terms of reset, because I said the private label thing, that resets because it's a cost plus thingy, right? Does that get reset in the same period, or it gets reset with a lag?
Yeah, so the pricing models capture all the inflation and deflation and pass them through. And that would include diesel as well. So there's some protection there. What I would tell you is those models aren't perfect. Sometimes they're lagging. And then there is a portion of Dean's business that isn't on a specific pricing model. So Dean may be able to hold their prices in certain business segments, albeit smaller ones. But when you aggregate it all together, when dairy prices are going down, and even given the best pricing models that they have, it typically is margin expansion for a processor. And I'll throw another thing in there: the cost of shrink. With all the waste that's in the system, I would say 3% of the milk that they purchase is waste. The cost of that waste goes down when you have dairy deflation. So that's another big benefit for a processor as well.
So basically, there's a little bit of room for them maybe kind of to do. So that could be a short-term benefit, I guess, this quarter for them,